Oh. Narayana. Hari Om and greetings from Cleveland. If one studies history, one is expected to become a historian. If one studies economics, one is expected to become a economist. If one studies Ramayana, one is expected to become
Rama.
Bhakta is a good answer. Rama is a better answer. That one is expected to become Rama. And Rama literally means joyous. One is expected to become more cheerful, more content. We are studying precedent. We are studying how someone who's joyous thinks and speaks and acts with physical challenges. Nobody experiences more physical challenges than Bhagwan Rama. He's living in the jungle. Familial challenges. Father's not well, stepmother is asking him to do something, his wife is kidnapped. Administrative challenges. Who's the king in the kingdom, in the forest? We are studying precedent, and if we follow this precedent, we will learn how to think and speak and act with our challenges. Last week, and the week prior, we explored Vibhishana Gita. And I believe our Balavihar classes, the grade 7 curriculum, studies Vibhishana Gita. I'm nearly positive that they do. And that text is called Keys to Success. And this is such a lovely experience because whenever we think of keys to success, we think about influencing other people, investing in companies. When we studied Vibhishana Gita, it was about being responsible, about being courageous and balanced. These are the keys to success that nobody can take away from you. Corporations rise and fall. Influence changes. However, character, truth, honesty, these never change. These will always make one healthier, happier. Some people question Bhagwan Rama, that it seemed like he wasted a lot of arrows and lives by not destroying Ravana right away. He's supposed to be Jagadishwara. How come he waited to finally destroy Ravana? And one commentator has shared, because Vibhishana loved Ravana. And until Vibhishana told Bhagwan Rama about how to destroy Ravana, he never did. Because Vibhishana sought solace from Bhagwan Rama. How can Bhagwan Rama take that solace away, correct? Only after Vibhishana told Bhagwan Rama that you have to shoot him with 31 arrows, then Bhagwan Rama realized that Vibhishana himself had reconciled his relationship with Ravana, and then he killed him. And that's a beautiful detail. It shows how empathetic Bhagwan is, how empathetic we have to be also. that we have to think 1,000 times before we speak something, act in a certain way. There's a famous, meaningful line from Valmikiji's Ramayana that Bhagavan Rama says to Vibhishana and all when Ravana is destroyed. Marantani Vairani Nivrittam Na Prayojam, which means upon someone's death, there is no point in holding back grudges, not forgiving them. Ravana instigated such hardships with Bhagavan Rama, but when he was destroyed, Bhagavan Rama let all of that go. There's no point in holding on to that which is past. In this case, it's relating to someone's death, but in general, what's the point in being negative? What's the point in being angry? What's the point in thinking of what someone didn't do instead of focusing on what they have done for themselves, for us? How our lives would be different if we didn't hold on so much. Even physically, if we all relaxed some more, we would need less treatment, correct? We'd have less back pain and head pain and so on. That's a lovely line. And Bhagavan Rama shares with Vibhishana, he is yours like mine. Because Vibhishana is feeling quite sad that his brother is not alive anymore. And Bhagavan Rama is comforting Vibhishana that he is yours like mine. But he doesn't just use those words, because when Ravana is destroyed, where does he go? That light goes into Bhagavan Rama's mouth. Into his mouth. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, when Prince Arjuna sees Bhagavan Krishna's full form, where is everyone going? Into Bhagavan Krishna's mouth. Such connectivity between both scriptures. And the last portion we had studied was, upon Ravana's death, Mandodari Ji, and Ravana had many wives, they were all crying. They were all sad also with Ravana's death. But there was a deep understanding that he deserved this. That he lived an indulgent life, he lived an unforgiving life. There's many lines that share what else was to happen. What else could we have expected? If you take it in a smoking way, if someone's a chain smoker for 50 years and then they're diagnosed with cancer, if I'm projecting this, what else is to be expected of that, correct? And there's no more males on Ravana's side that are alive anymore. Everyone has died. And all of the wives are thinking about their loss, how one person caused so much loss. We see that happen a lot with governments now, isn't it? Maybe your government. Dictators in different countries. It's astounding how deep selfishness is. When you see images of Syria as an example, it literally looks like a movie. Like this is a movie set showing mass destruction, but people live there. People lived there. Isn't it? And then we have our first world problems of traffic. Sitting in our nice cars, listening to NPR, oh, traffic. When selfishness is so harmful, when we remember Ravana, when we remember dictators, we no longer have problems. And definitely not first world problems. Okay, we continue. We're nearly at the end of Lanka Kanda, nearly at the end of Ramayana. I'm on the 660th page. This is the 108th section of Chopais, 108. And I'm reading the seventh Chopai. There's only one line. And we're sort of going to be entering into some controversy because people pay attention more when I say that. But it's not controversial. Sita pratama anala mahu rakhi pragata kini chaha antara saki. Antara saki is antara sakshi, the one who knows all. The one who knows all is Bhagavan Rama. And he's saying that Mother Sita should enter the anala, enter the fire. So he's instructing her, instructing Sri Lakshmana and everyone else that now Mother Sita should go into this fire. So start this fire. You're all sitting like this now. I can see. I can feel the misunderstanding. That's why we're studying Vedanta and Ramayana. Bhagavan Rama tells Vibhishana, with the death of your brother, you have to perform, what's the last samskara? Antyeshti. And again, I highlight that he never held a grudge. He also deserves this final ritual, Antyeshti. Antyeshti is made up of two words, Antaha Ishti. Ishti means offering, and Antaha means final offering. That upon the death of the body, really the final offering is not the body, it's already dead. Antyeshti is not done upon the death of the body. The body's dead, you can't do the ritual then. It's the offering of the ego. That's the Antyeshti, and that's why Ravana's light goes into Bhagavan Rama's mouth. Truly, it is his Antyeshti, the final offering. After that, Bhagavan Rama instructs Sri Lakshmana to go and crown Lankeshwara. Who's the Ishvara of Lanka now? Vibhishana. That was the first way that Bhagavan Rama described Vibhishana when they met was, Hey Lankeshwara. And now that's manifesting. And Bhagavan Rama says, I can't go into the kingdom. Isn't that amazing that he's done his work, but still, I'm not allowed to go into that kingdom. You go and crown him king. So they put on the Vijaya Tilak. Now sometimes people put tilaks on each other. How do we put tilaks on each other? First the plate is shaking like this, right? Then we use dry kumkum so it falls into people's eyes and on their clothes. And then we use our ego finger and poke them. And then we rub up and down like this. The best way for a Vijaya Tilak is you take your right hand ring finger and you use moistened chandan. Okay? I'm not saying this for me, okay? Or my clothes or my eyes. Moistened chandan, and you put a circle like I'm wearing right now, a bindu. It's a point, and then with your thumb you raise that upwards, never down. That's really meaning may you not have blessings when you go down like that. May you rise higher in life. So they have this Vijaya Tilak that they put on Vibhishana. Then Bhagavan Rama instructs Hanumanji to go to Mother Sita. These formalities of the Antyeshti, the crowning of the king have been complete. He tells Hanumanji, go and inform Mother Sita that the battle is over because he told her about it, correct? We're all coming. And she was sad, but she was happy. So Hanumanji goes into Lanka. Nisachari, Nisachara, Dhai, every one of the people living in Lanka ran to Hanumanji, not out of fear, but out of happiness now. That he was the first person they saw outside of Ravana, correct? And now he's brought such hope to the people of Lanka also. That's a lovely visualization to see Hanumanji, whom they were burning, now they are embracing. And Mother Sita, when she sees Hanumanji says, Kahuhu tat Prabhu. She never says anything about herself. Her first thing is, son, tell me about Bhagwan Rama, and calls him Prabhu. She doesn't say husband because Bhagwan Rama is his Lord and her Lord too. So tell me about Bhagwan Rama. And Hanumanji tells her, and then he escorts her back to where Bhagwan Rama is. Because they don't want to meet in Lanka, right? They want to meet in a better place. It's like in a train station in an Indian movie. They never hug on the train. They come off the train and dance and sing and so on, right? The train is dangerous. There's things going on in there. Not that the platform is any different. So Mother Sita's being carried in this palanquin. And I has invested a lot of minutes this morning trying to think of an English word for palanquin. Even though palanquin is an English word, but who actually knows what that is? Like if I went to our language classes and said palanquin, the Telugu students would be like, yeah, he's speaking Telugu. The Sanskrit students, it must be some Sanskrit word. So focus on the philosophy, but in the back of your mind, think of a word to describe palanquin. So she's carried in this, and she's covered. And she's being escorted by Vibhishana, Hanumanji, so much of security, out of respect for the queen of the universe. And Bhagwan Rama says, Dekahu kapi janani. He tells Mother Sita to come off of that palanquin and to walk. And usually in TV serials or parts of Ramayana, this is where it ends. Bhagwan Rama says, walk. Imagine I'm driving with you and I say, get out of the car and walk. Right? That's a very dramatic. That's a very dramatic scene. But Bhagwan Rama says, when you study Ramayana, he says, why? He says, all of these monkeys and bears and wolves have fought for her life. Who is she? They've never seen her before. So he asks her to walk so they can see their mother. He uses the word Janani. And it's no different than when our son wakes up. I wake up with Vyasa, and then he's so happy to see Sheila when she wakes up a little bit later. That's the right and thing to do, isn't it? That's his mother. So he never asks her out of spite, you don't deserve that. He's saying, do it for the people who have sacrificed everything for you. You would do that too, correct? You would say for that to happen. So he says that. And then, kahe kachuka durbada. And then he speaks some harsh words against Mother Sita. And in Goswamiji's Ramayana, that's not elaborated upon. That's it. I just told you what he says. He says some shocking words. Durbada, bad words. In Valmikiji's Ramayana, it's much more elaborate about what is actually said. Let's focus on some of the Vedanta of what I described. When Ravana is destroyed and his funeral happens, Vibhishana is sad, but he's made king. This is a wonderful demonstration of how the sacred is to be integrated into the secular. Ravana never integrated the sacred into the secular, so it naturally led to his destruction and others. Vibhishana always integrated the sacred into the secular, and you see in the long run, who's remembered? Vibhishana. When we say Lankeshwara, we no longer think of Ravana, we think of Vibhishana. So for all of us, this is precedent of the importance of integrating the sacred into the secular. That's called dharma. There's a beautiful depiction of dharma here. And I even referenced Valmikiji's Ramayana, where Bhagwan Rama never held himself back despite Ravana's doings. He was integrating the sacred into what was happening. Secular, that's a good word, right? Sacred into the secular. Secular. When Bhagwan Rama asks Hanumanji to go meet Mother Sita, he praises the monkeys and bears and wolves so much, saying it's because of you that we're getting to reunite with Mother Sita. When everybody knows there, it wasn't because of them, it was because of Bhagwan Rama, but still he never has even a trace of doership, not even in a joking sense. It's all because of you. And if you think of these animals, they've lived by impulse. They lived by instinct in the jungles for so long, and now they're learning about intention. They're learning about how it feels to be something more than an animal. So much gratitude Bhagwan Rama offers. When Mother Sita sees Hanumanji, I mentioned, she never complains, what took you so long? She never said, how come Bhagwan Rama is not here? She asks about him first. Ever selfless. And I interpret this as, so much of what we do is business, isn't it? We meet each other, what can you do for me? Now we have to talk about this. There's not so much about connection or not thinking about oneself. And Mother Sita's in the worst condition, but she's still thinking about Bhagwan Rama. For all of us to try to practice more selflessness, which means thinking less about what do we get, more about thinking about others. Now focusing more about Bhagwan Rama asking Mother Sita to go into this Agni. Here's a line from the 109th Chandas. Pratibimba aru laukika kalanka prachanda pavaka mahu jare, which means this fire will burn up two things. The fire that Mother Sita is going to enter is going to burn up two things. First is the pratibimba. What does pratibimba mean? Reflection. If we go back, when Bhagwan Rama says, I'm going to begin my Nara Leela, he asks Sri Lakshmana to go away. And he starts a fire and says, Mother Sita, you go in this fire, and who's going to come out? Maya Sita. Remember, Mata Sita and Maya Sita. The disguise comes out. The incognito comes out. Mata Sita is safe. She's with the elements. She's the creator of the elements. She's at home. Now that Pratibimba has to be burned up, so Maya Sita goes into the fire, and who comes out? Mata Sita. She was safe then, she is safe now. She was secure then, she is secure now. At no point was there a disruption in Mother Sita, but who knows this? Who's the only one who knows all of this? Bhagwan Rama is the only one who knows this. So the second part that's going to be burned is Laukika Kalanka, also known as Loka Durvada, which means rumors, gossip, the negative talk of people. They don't know about this, so when they see the queen of their kingdom leaving another man's kingdom, and not a brother-like man or a son-like man, but the most indulgent man, the typical person who is more impulsive rather than intentional is going to think, what did she do there? How can I call her queen? So Bhagwan Rama says, if Mother Sita was not pure in thought, word, or deed, then she will be burned in this fire. But if she's pure in thought, word, and deed, She will be unburned in this fire. Name someone else who was unburned in fire. Prahlad. Who got burned in that fire? Precedent, correct? We know those who are impure will be burned. Those who are pure will not be burned. So this is shared like this. And why Bhagwan Rama shares these harsh words is only part of his drama. It is only to show his non-partiality. Yesterday when I was walking around during our banquet, and Sujataji was performing, Kamalaji was performing, a lot of Kamalaji's family was there. And I was watching, we would all clap, but Kamalaji's family would clap less. And I was watching because they were showing their non-partiality. Right? It would be, people would say, look at her own family. They brought her just to cheer her on, right? But they have to show that sign of non-partiality. So he's doing the same. Now that's just one family. He's the king of the entire nation, the entire kingdom. He has to be so much more vigilant, right? Twitter can get you in trouble. You have to be very careful about what you tweet, what you post. More people should come to this class and realize that. So here too, Bhagwan Rama is only identifying with the people, but inside he knows they created this Leela. This is all part of the drama. And when Mother Sita's in that fire, Agni Devata, he manifests in a human form, holding her hands and gives her to Bhagwan Rama, saying, he is Pavaka. Pavaka means the one who purifies. And he says, I can't purify purity. What a lovely saying. How am I supposed to purify purity? Purity purifies me, yes? And like a father, he gives her back to Bhagwan Rama. And now I'll share another episode of this. Where was Mother Lakshmi born? In the churning of the Milky Ocean. And it's shared that Varuna Devata brought her out and gave her to Bhagwan Vishnu. So how beautifully the elements are always pure. Water is always pure. Fire is always pure. We add contaminants. That there too, the ocean gives Mother Lakshmi to Bhagwan Vishnu because they're not separate. It's simply a reuniting, not an original uniting. So this is all happening. And a couple of other pre-points. When Bhagwan Rama asks Mother Sita to come off of that palanquin and people criticize him for that. People criticize saying that he thinks she doesn't deserve to be treated like a queen. In Valmikiji's Ramayana, he says, the best protection is Shila, or character. This palanquin is not going to protect anyone. Correct? The softest pillow is a clean conscience. People who sleep well at night, it's because they lived well during the day. People who don't sleep well at night, they were cheating during the day. They were being lazy during the day. They were being mean during the day. So he's saying to all of the people, what's this palanquin going to do? She is Shilavan. She's the embodiment of character and conduct. This palanquin, she doesn't need this. He's elevating her higher, not lower. That's shared. When Bhagwan Rama asks Sri Lakshmana to set up this fire, he's so hurt by this. He's hurt by this, saying, why does my mother, Mother Sita's his mother, why does she need to prove that she is purity? And Mother Sita says to him, be my priest. The priest starts the fire, and now in this case, she's entering the fire. She's okay with it. And that calms Sri Lakshmana down, that he's understood that there's something that Bhagavan Rama and Mother Sita know that he doesn't know. And he doesn't know this, isn't it? He was not there when that original fire was set up. So when she says, you be my priest, then right away he goes and sets up that fire. And he knows that this will all be fine. And Mother Sita comes out of that fire. And Once again, after a long time, for her and Bhagavan Rama, for all of us, they're reunited. Reunited. They were always united, but there was a pause. Now we press play again, so that reuniting takes place, and we know that everyone will live happily ever after. This is the only story where everyone lives happily ever after. Narayana.